Hello, this is a video for the changes we're making to our 1UZ non-VVTi harnesses. Similar to our 3UZ harnesses that we just recently made a change on, we're doing something quite similar with the 1UZ non-VVTi. So again, same principles. Obviously, so you can remove the intake without having to disconnect all your injectors. In this case, you've obviously got the idle air control valve, which is bolted on the front of the intake. I normally take these off with this still attached. There is a water pipe that goes on the front there, which attaches over to there, and they usually just loosen that one over there and actually just pull the whole intake out like that. All right. This will also follow on to the harnesses that we make for aftermarket management. So obviously the ability to change the injectors to whichever one you want is nice and easy with this particular setup. So in terms of installation, really nice and simple. You'll see under your intakes, this is a second generation. So this is a 95 to 97. The first generations also have the same system. So you've got two bolts over here, or so I say threaded holes over here. You're going to use P-clamps to hold these in together like that. You've got your plugs coming out the back here. Okay, and they're going to plug into the harness over there. You've got your injectors that run across here and split off to go into there. And you'll see that all the injectors are obviously, as per usual, labeled up. So you know which one goes where. So they split over here. One goes that way, one goes that way, and comes up and goes to the injectors. We're taking them underneath the fuel rails because obviously once you have the throttle on and you've got the throttle body on here, it's very close over here. So we don't want to have to end up something catching over there. So they're going to come under the fuel rails there. And these outer injectors are actually going to go around the back over there and come up and go to the injector there. You'll see that it carries on, and then you've got another P-clamp here at the front. This is going to hold your idle air control valve connector in. Okay. For installation, we've made it long enough that you can hold it here. You need to keep it behind the pipe over here because the idle air control valve sits very, very close on here. So if you leave it hanging like that over there, you may end up crushing the wire. So just a little note there to obviously hold that in place over there. And again, nice and simple, you're just going to put the intake back on the top here. So this is a one-time thing, so you use opportunity to replace these particular gaskets over here. So you can take this off, replace these gaskets when you're doing your swap, put the injector harness in there, put the top back on, and then if you ever need to remove the intake manifold, you don't need to remove the top half section. You're just going to unplug these two plugs. The idle air control valve will stay on the actual manifold itself, and then you can just remove your normal 10 bolts. One there, then you got 1, 2, 3, and then one at the outer edge over there where my finger is. So exactly the same on the other side. So you've got 10 bolts, and then obviously you remove the whole intake manifold out as one. So again, this one is going to be quite useful for guys that want to go with standalone management. You can obviously then just replace your injectors. What you'll notice is we have kept the idle air control valve and the injector harness separate. We do keep them together with a cable tie, but they are completely separate. So you can replace the injector harness without having to replace the idle air control valve. And obviously this will open up the possibility of switching over to, like say, a Ford 2-wire idle air control valve. We can just make a separate harness that'll go on that one. We've got everything we need within that plug over there. And then the injectors you can replace for if you want Bosch, you know, with the a U-Scar style injector or with the EV1 style injector. No problem, we can just make separate sub harnesses and you can just swap those all over as and when you want. Okay, so that's the addition we're making to that. We're not going to be doing any other sort of additions with this one as of yet, unless you guys have any suggestions, things you've come across that might make your life easier. But yeah, for now, with the standard management, this is the setup that we're going to be going and doing over there. The only other one that I could possibly think of that we may end up doing is to do with the alternator, because obviously you've got the two types of alternator. You've got the big round plug, and then you've got the oval style plug over there. So we'll take a look at that as probably our next project. But anything else you guys have, again, just leave a comment, message us on the page, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But thanks for watching, guys. And we got a complete harness built now. So now I'm going to be testing this harness on here. So that video will follow shortly with the whole harness on and everything tested out. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.